Hey, welcome back, Secret House Against the World. Appreciate you guys clocking in. Tokyo-based hip-hop art and culture conversations. We talk about all the really good things that are happening in the world in regards to like underground, independent underground hip-hop musics and even weirder things. Today we've got together me and Jet. First, Noname Book Club, Caltrops Press, The Sonic Cloth, Rap Music Plug Podcast. Pay attention to those, our homies, people that we appreciate, and several more. Shout out to all of you. But yeah, today we're here to talk about Mary Sue. And is it Mary Sue and the Psychedelic Ensemble? Or is it just Mary Sue?
It is both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cacophonous Digressions, a record of a moment in time. 15 songs, 25 minutes, a pretty tight listen. It came out earlier this month. Mary Sue is a Singaporean rapper producer that's been releasing music with London-based hip-hop collective called Higher Self. In 2022, had a debut album called Kisses of Life that apparently got some critical praise from a few of the larger music outlets, Hip Hop DX, Lifted Asia, as well as making it into Bandcamp's top 10 hip hop albums of 2022.
Hey.
So I don't. This is my first time being introduced to this artist. I fucked up and I forgot to put who it was that recommended it to us in our comments.
Oh, word.
But somebody did, and I appreciate you for it.
Shouts out to you.
Shouts out to you. So I don't know. All I know is that person that recommended it to it, I like that person, and I trust their taste in music, and that's why I was like, I've never heard of Mary Sue. Let's get it. Let's see what's going on. I just take it with some sugar. So yeah, we love you. And what do you think, Jet? Like, you're new to this too, yeah?
Yeah, first time. I had never heard of this artist until you were like, let's do it. And that was like 3 days ago. This album's fire.
This album's a surprise fucking jam.
This is real good.
Oh my God.
There's definitely one song on here that is like a strong contender for top 10 hip hop tracks of the year so far for me already.
Bro, I was like pleasantly surprised throughout the entire listen. It's a rap album. Every track except for like one instrumental or maybe two instrumentals have raps on it. And I was kind of surprised because first off, one of the first things you hear about this artist is they're Singaporean, and then like also London. But there's not a discernible accent that I was able to pick up that sounds different than.
I didn't hear any Singlish or British English on there.
Yeah, and I don't even know what Singaporean English really sounds like because I'm not cultured like that, and I don't have a lot of posse on Broadway from Singapore and shit.
What?
But I thought that Mary Sue sounded like, a kind of an American rapper type.
Yeah, what?
And the approach to the lyricism on this is not something that I would say is your upper caliber of song craftsmanship and writing in terms of like complexity or even poetic kind of approach, but it's just good fucking rapping.
Yeah,
I think the real star of this album is the entire package. It's the lyrics and kind of the refrains accompanied by these really kind of intriguing, dope sonic amalgams of soundscapes and kind of almost power clashing of sounds that you're just not. It doesn't sound like samples, right? It sounds more like
it sounds like a mix of all of the above.
Yeah,
right? It's very collagic in its style.
Yeah.
You've got sounds that I can't tell if they're like twisted field recordings or if it's live instrumentation.
Modular synth type of.
We should highlight that this album is credited to Mary Sue and Psychedelic Ensemble.
Who is I didn't know if that was one person, like you just call yourself Psychedelic Ensemble, but there's multiple people who are considered a part of the Psychedelic Ensemble.
I'm not actually sure. Quite a few people were credited on the
production notes.
On the production notes.
Okay.
You have like a mix of people. I think it's mostly people based in and around Singapore.
Okay. I didn't know if they were like in London now this is kind of like we're just getting into it, and we did decide we didn't have much time to sit on this album either. Only about 3 days really from the last time we recorded, and I'm not exactly sure. So if you guys are sure about that, let us know. But I'll straight up and down, like, I am a fan of this person, of this art. It is just. It feels like it's almost. I would recommend this album to people who are interested in like Cities of Eve. Yeah. It has like this canopy of like sonic immediacy to it, and it feels natural, but unusual at the same time. It locks you into these really interesting grooves and off kilter shit that makes it sound like, oh, this is like, I almost feel like I stepped into a party or like a scene that I
Someone's got,
wasn't
like,
familiar
an
with.
SP404 on the
And it was
table,
just like,
yeah.
I didn't know cool people were doing this type of shit.
What?
And is for all of the varieties of music that we listen to, which is, I would say, especially in terms of like the hip hop we like, it's a wide berth. There's a lot of different sounds going on, but this is something kind of unique. It seems very like it shouldn't be unique, but it's fucking unique as shit. Yeah, I really, really like this. I almost want to just like lock into some of the tracks and play it. It's a very short listen. It's a perfect like set. Like if I went to a show and this was the entire set, I was like, this fool is amazing. This guy, this person, I don't know anything. Amazing. Fucking amazing.
It's like 15 tracks, 25 minutes. It's a pretty, goes at a pretty high clip.
A lot of them get in and get out.
Get out. But then at the same time, like, I don't know, I don't want to say it feels long, because it doesn't. It's a pretty breezy listen. But at the same time, there's like quite a lot of density in each track. There's quite a lot happening in each one. And you definitely like get the time to get the feeling, get the mood, get your fill, and then it moves on to another idea.
Yeah, I was, I'm a big fan of psychedelics. As I was growing up, like in the pre-2012, I was really interested in the idea of 2012, and a lot of that stuff was talked about by like Terrence McKenna, who is like a champion of psychedelics as a form of consciousness expanding. And so I love like when somebody's like, yeah, this is psychedelic, I'm like, all right, let me clock in and see what it's about. Let me really find out what's going on with it. And man, I'm not exactly sure. This doesn't seem like the most psychedelic thing to me at all.
But it's quite accessible.
I like it. And I was, to be honest, I was kind of looking for a different through line, because even though the album title is Cacophonous Digressions, one of the through lines, at least a vocal refrain on the album, is forces, magnetic pull. Yes. And it's sprinkled throughout the album. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. It's almost like that should be the title of the album, to be honest with you. But it's also just a part of kind of the cool names that they use to title these tracks. The broader aesthetic
of the record, like it's all in caps as well. Like it's got this kind of vaguely academic sound to it. You know, it sounds like some kind of weird physics paper, which does also kind of relate back to the whole forces, magnetism, cycles that you see throughout this record.
Yeah. So this is where I got, and I was like, yeah, like this is Things Move in Cycles, Here We Go Again. I love this. Some of the album title, the song titles are dope. I'm playing Tetris with my emotions. The Plight of Augustus Gloop.
That's one of my favorite tracks of the year so far.
Yeah, that one is great. And also like Augustus Gloop is the
German
glutton,
kid from
the glutton kid from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Gets turned into a giant grape or something, right?
No,
he gets the chocolate river.
Yeah, he falls into the chocolate river, and then he gets stuck in the thing, and the pressure shoots him out. When I'm talking about like the Gene Wilder version, my daughter is down with the Johnny Depp one, and I guess there's a new one coming out as well, featuring what's that guy? It stars in Dune.
Chalamet?
Yes. Yeah, with him as Wonka. I don't know, but the original's great. But yeah, the titles on this are great. Wowzers, Smoke Break Just to Run Longer. Chaos is Merely Order Waiting to Be, Playing Chess on the Ferry. And, Dream Pop on Steroids, also another one of my favorite songs on this. Gremlins is like a mumbly sing-song joint, but like when that bass kind of kicks in, I'm just like, yo, this album is got a lot of just special to it. It's a, I don't know how to like,
does a really good job of managing being dusty and very naturalistic with being like very synthy and dream poppy.
I don't listen to a lot of dream pop, so I'm not exactly sure like what kind of demarcations you need to meet to sound like dream poppy or whatever, but like a lot of this
it's got beautiful chord progressions. It's got very reverby vocal. It's got a pop sensibility to it.
Okay.
It's introspective, like it's off kilter. Yeah.
When the drums come in, I'm like, and the songs get in and out. There's all these kind of variations and changes throughout the songs too. Like they, I didn't know when they were coming or going a lot of times, as I just had it on the headphones. Great album, surprising fucking jam. Plight of Augustus Gloop.
This beat's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you hear like a voice. It doesn't. Do people sound like this is Singapore?
I don't know.
Ew, there might be a lot of ill shit going on out there then. Like when they've got a feature on here by somebody named like Dom Tavlor.
Yeah.
And he's like very British voice.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know that person. You know that person?
Leicester.
Okay.
Yeah. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that one.
Yeah, I enjoy this. Like, I don't have much to say about it. Again, this was kind of these are kind of like single pass reviews that me and Jed are doing. These next three, it's kind of like we didn't have much time to listen to them like we usually do and really try to break down things, but we did want to champion and send out like get some content out to you guys, and also just let you know that there's other dope shit emerging besides all the other dope shit that's emerging.
Yeah, obviously, we got like a Danny Brown album to pick apart.
The Blockhead's going to be crazy.
The Blockhead's going to be crazy. There's like a insane list of guest features on there as well. But sometimes you just need something dope and unexpected as like a palate cleanser for all the big releases coming out at the moment.
This could be like an album. This could be on my like top 20, top 10 albums of the year type of things. I really found it surprising and enjoyable. Refreshing, new, sonically different from a lot of the other things that I've heard. This is kind of what I was expecting to feel listening to that Mid-Air album. Like, the way people were talking about the Mid-Air, like, oh, it's so new and different in all this. Like, this is an album that kind of caught me like, whoa, like, cats are out there really doing something new and fantastic that I appreciate. So, shout out to Mary Sue. Let us know more about this person. We got to go back and listen to the other albums, but indeed, fucking phenomenal work.
Big up Mary Sue. Big up our patrons.
Yeah.
Big up our Discord server. We have one of those now. Link in the bio. Or link in the description. You know how it is. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. YouTube.
Keep that shit. Like, it's like a weird fucking scratch, right? Sounds like
maybe he's running the cable up, like he's running like a jack up a guitar. He's doing like the Tom Morello.
Sure. Could be like a ribbon controller too, like on something.
Like that, yeah.
Or it could be Qbert fucking scratching weird fucking bleeping sounds from video games, and then it goes into this beautiful kind of like piano. That album's great. Shout out Secret House Against.
Secret House.
This might be an album of the year for me. I feel like I say that a lot, but I fucking love a lot of the artists.
I think it might be on my list too.
Surprise.